Hello guys, so in this video I'm going to show you how to set up a PS5 controller to be able to play P53 on Steam. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and power on the controller. After the controller's turned on, it's going to have an icon up here on the right corner. So you're going to click on that controller icon. Now this window is going to pop up here. So what you're going to need to do is go ahead and click where it says Browse Community Layouts. And these are my layouts. This is the one that we're going to be using, PS5 controller P53 setup. So in order for you to find that, you're going to go to search, or you can go to the community layouts and look at everyone else's controller setups. But for this particular purpose, we're going to go ahead and click on search. We're going to type in PS5, and then you're going to see the P53 PS5 controller P53 setup. So you're going to click on that. This is going to be the layout. Now these keybinds are the keybinds that I have set up on the in-game. So you are going to have to change your in-game keybinds to match the controller setup. That way the controller works just like it should. But here's a picture of that. Once you have everything set up, you're going to go ahead and click Apply Layout. Once you apply layout, you're ready to go to jump into the game. Once in game, the controller starts working immediately. You can start using the controller to start moving things around, and I'll walk you through that here in a moment.
Tanker 12 is a strategic.
Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead and start going over the tutorial on how to use the controller in game. So the controller is now fully functional. You can use it to select your side. So you got Ink and then you got Peak Elite. So we're going to go ahead and select Ink by using your trigger button. This is going to be your select button. And then you can go ahead and switch out your outfits up and down on the D-pad, and then trigger to select. Same thing with the weapons. You choose your primary, that's up and down on the D-pad, fully functional, and then you go ahead and click on the right trigger to select, and select, and then you hit accept loadout. Now we're going to go ahead and test out all the buttons in the game. So the left joystick is for you to move around. The right joystick is to move the crosshairs. Circle is going for you to be able to crouch. One tap. If you tap it again, your player comes up. If you hold circle, you're going to go into a prone position. If you hold it again, it's going to come back up. X is for you to be able to jump or be able to climb any object you want to jump on. Square is going to be your reload button by tapping in once. Now square has multiple functional keybinds set up to it. So you can plant the bomb, defuse the bomb. If you kill a player, you can dance on the player with square, double tapping. And then also if you're going to dance on a body, you double tap square and it will dance as well. And then the last function on it is if you kill a player and you see a weapon that you want, you hold square and it will pick up that item as well. Triangle is for you to be able to bring out your secondary weapon, which is your pistol. If you hold down to it, you'll be able to bring out your secondary weapon. If you hold down to it again, it'll put the weapon out, and then if you click on it, it'll bring your primary. So secondary, you hold triangle, and it brings out your pistol. If you tap it once, you'll be able to go to your primary. Now, on the D-pad, if you click down on the D-pad, it's going to be for you to use your first throwable. If you click right on the D-pad, you'll be able to use your secondary throwable. If you click up on the D-pad, you can also bring out your secondary if you wanted to use that instead of the triangle. That'll bring up your pistol. And then left on the D-pad is going to be your fire modes. So you can switch in between full auto, semi-auto, or single. That's semi, that's single, and this is full auto. That will be left on your D-pad. Now we're going to go over to the bumpers. The bumpers is going to be L1 for you to lean left, R1 for you to lean right. The L2 is for you to zoom, and R2 is for you to shoot. Now the touchpad is for you to be able to bring up your scoreboard. So if you hold down the scoreboard, you can bring up the scoreboard. You can also use this as a analog or a mouse function if you wanted to do that instead of the joystick. You can use that as well. Now the menu is going to be your tooltip. That will bring up all your options for you to be able to see what you can use in the game. And then the left button here is going to bring up your settings. Now these are the settings that you want to go over and make sure you have set up in the game in order for the controller to work just the way it was intended to. So make sure that all the keybinds on the left hand side are set up this way. So in Iraq is V, aim is right mouse button, crouch is the thumb mouse button, which is the first button on the thumb side, which is this one here. And then you have left mouse button, spacebar is going to be your jump, which is X. Lean is Q, lean right is E. And then quick slot is your thumb mouse button, which is the first button on the mouse here, which is this button here, the first one. And then the middle mouse button, it's going to be the scroll wheel. You want to push that in. And then quick slot mouse wheel is up, mouse wheel down, R for reload, and then sprint, camera view, combat mode, those don't really matter. And then you have fire mode, which is J, forward W, backward S, left A, right D. Scoreboard is tab. And then zoom is going to be the middle mouse button. That one doesn't really matter. Flashlight is K. Prone is going to be Z. Move is going to be W. Victory dance is U. Pickup weapons is F. Drop bomb, night vision is I. And plant bomb B. Like I mentioned earlier, Square has multiple functions. So if you set it up this way, Square will be able to do 5 things with just one button. And that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and test it out. So we're gonna go ahead and use triangle here to bring our primary. Shoot. Square for reload. X to jump. Circle to crouch. If you hold it down, you'll be able to prone. Zoom. Tap it again to come out of zoom. L1 to lean right left. R1 to lean right. And then if you hold triangle, you can bring out your secondary. If you tap triangle, you'll go back to your primary. And then right on the D-pad brings out one of your throwables. Down on the D-pad brings out your secondary throwable. And there you have it. All buttons on the controller they have a purpose. And this is going to be the most standard version of a controller right out the box. So if you play other games, these are going to be the buttons that they normally use. Same functions for crouch, same function for jumping, reloading, switching weapons with triangle. If you guys have any questions, just make sure you reach out to us and we'll be able to help you out. Thank you.